Hi guys, welcome to Robin Hood Diaries again this evening. Thank you for joining me and happy holiday to those of you who observe anything. Um, so, I guess congratulations or anyway, happy holiday. Whatever it is. Every day is a holiday. Or as Janis Joplin used to say, it's all the same effing day, man. So, boy, I'm off topic. Today was previewed a little vague. It was sort of like Adnan Khashoggi, who has part of this story, and then sort of like WEHO Adventure or other WEHO something or others. Okay, so vague enough, right? Okay, so actually what we're going to talk about is two people who gave the middle finger to West Hollywood in its very earliest days, like pre-days. So there were two individuals that lived within the unincorporated part of Los Angeles City, which became the city of West Hollywood as we know it. So it didn't look like Hong Kong back then, but I've done a lot of shows in and around Santa Monica Boulevard, talked about how I waited tables like ad nauseum on Sunset Plaza at Chin Chin. So this is all in and around the Sunset Strip area, which is always the Tower Records part of Sunset Strip and Sunset Plaza. When they say the Sunset Strip, they're not talking about like down on La Brea or whatever. It's this little part. So one of these individuals that gave the city of West Hollywood the middle finger was in the Sunset Plaza area where Mondrian Hotel is now. Coincidentally, the same street that some of the council members lived on at one point years ago. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So there's the Mondrian Hotel. So that's going to be one of the locations we're going to talk about. The other person that gave the city of West Hollywood the middle finger was the gentleman, and we're going to talk about the Pacific Design Center. Now, you may all know, like, if you don't live there, if you've seen pictures of West Hollywood, there's this big blue, like, plastic-looking building. It used to be, like, all showrooms and whatever, fashion and interior design. And then they added this, like, pyramid thing on the back. Now, that pyramid thing was, like, later. It was what we called the Big Blue Whale. That's what the Pacific Design Center was known as when it first went up. Similarly, a change happened at what is now Mondrian Hotel, right around the same time. So this is in and around West Hollywood is starting to get the idea of being its own city. Depending, I could be, a month over, a month before, whatever, but this is in and around that time, right? So the illustrious West Hollywood began. We began with a lesbian mayor who, embezzled all of our money, allegedly, not my money. I'm OG area. Okay, so just let's get that part straight. Like, I know every inch of what y'all call the city of West Hollywood. I knew it intimately when it was the unincorporated part of Los Angeles County. So y'all, you have your own city now, and that's great. What happened was, let's start with the Pacific Design Center as we know it, the Big Blue Whale, as it was known when it first went up. Well, before the Big Blue Whale went up, which we know now as Pacific Design Center and that big ugly pyramid behind it, I think it's a pyramid or upside down pyramid probably, what was on that plot of land where that huge blue whale is, and then all that plaza behind it up towards the sheriff's station was a glorified junkyard. So it looked like a junkyard. I mean, there were like larger parts of stuff. Maybe have been cars or something. So it was like, I guess one of those places where you go and buy parts. Because, it was, I don't want to say it was like a tidy junkyard. It wasn't like disgusting spilling over, but it was like a storage yard. The whole thing, from the sheriff's station corner all the way down to Melrose, through the whole Blue Whale that is now the Pacific Design Center, was a lot of nothing. So the owners, whoever the hell they are, of the Pacific Design Center, whoever bought the real estate, put in the Big Blue Whale, right? But one of the two people that we're talking about that gave the middle finger to West Hollywood was a gentleman. This was an old white guy, just cultural context here, and who had this welding shop forever. And I mentioned before, I knew Melrose back. Melrose was like a nothing street back then, and before. It was like before the 80s. Oh, Melrose, Melrose. No, it was nothing. It was like where you see them make like oak chairs, but like shoved up against a window, and like a seamstress and a thrift store, maybe. So now we're talking like exploding city West Hollywood, except not yet, quite.